With this example, we're going to be matching corresponding parts. If you look at the given, it says that triangle KPM is congruent to triangle AYC. We know that this congruency statement is very important, okay? It's showing us all the corresponding parts in this statement. We're going to complete each of the following statements. So what I would do is I would start by looking at the corresponding angles, okay? So angle K is the first letter of that triangle, and it corresponds with A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one little mark on angle K and one little mark on A so that I know that those angles are corresponding. Then I'm going to move to the next letter. The next letter in the first triangle is P, and it corresponds with the second letter Y. So I'm going to find P and Y, and I'm going to put 2 marks so that I know that those 2 angles are corresponding. That leaves me with the last letter, M and C. So M corresponds with C, so I'm going to put 3 marks on M and 3 marks on C. I can then match which sides are corresponding. I can look at the statement up here, or I can just now look at these marks. So if I look at KP, side KP is between K, which has 1 mark, and P, which has 2 marks. I'm going to put 1 mark in between those. And then I'm going to go to the other triangle, and I'm going to find the side between the angle that has 1 mark and that has 2 marks. So that would be side AY. And if you look up here, KP goes with AY. So I just put 1 mark there. All right, if I move to the smaller side, YC, of course, just looking at it, you can see that it would correspond to PM. So I'm going to put 2 marks and 2 marks. And then that would leave this long side here with 3 marks. So now I can see by looking at the marks which sides go together. Now, we don't even need a picture. We could have also just used this statement. But now we're going to match the corresponding parts. So I'm going to start with side KM. So KM has 3 marks, and so that corresponds with this side that has 3 marks. Now make sure that you write it in the right order. K corresponds with A, so I'm going to write A first. M corresponds with C, so I'm going to write C second. So KM goes with AC. Again, you could have looked at the statement up here and seen that as well. YC, so you could look up here at the statement. YC goes with MP. Okay, YC and MP. Make sure that you write it in the correct order. PK. Let's look at the picture this time. PK, P has 2, K has 1. So we were looking at YA. There you go. Angles are really easy, especially if you just look at the congruency statement. Angle Y is in the middle, and it corresponds with angle P. Angle K is at the beginning of this triangle, and it corresponds with A. Okay, now we're using 3 letters to name an angle, so just make sure that we match the corresponding letters. Okay, so angle ACY, so here's ACY, okay, corresponds with, and if you just go up here, A, remember, goes with K, C goes with M, and Y goes with P. So it's kind of just a matching game. Angle MPK, look, MPK is just this triangle backwards. So let's just go in that order, CYA. All right, and then the last one, angle YAC. Y goes with P. We know A goes with K. And we know C goes with M.